What's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. I've got a couple of interesting stories for you guys today. The first story I want to talk about today, the latest physique update from Nathan D'Asha, a little under 1 week out from him taking the stage for a third time this year at the Sheru Classic France, which is going to be this upcoming weekend. So I think Nathan looks really good here, and I think he's probably going to get the redemption that he's looking for at this show, looking at the lineup so far. And honestly, this is what I like and appreciate about Nathan, is the fact that he continues to compete back to back to back to back. Regardless of whether or not he's qualified at the Olympia, he likes to win shows, and that's why he's got so many pro victories right now. I can't think of very many guys besides Nathan that have 10 pro victories right now in the IFBB. There's not a lot. It's a very impressive number. Winning 10 shows really puts you in kind of a different category of bodybuilder, and that's why I hope we get to see him on the Olympia stage this year. I know last year he was qualified, won a bunch of shows, and still didn't compete. He said that he was able to last year, visa-wise, travel-wise, legality-wise. He said he was able to, but we didn't see him at the Olympia. He chose to sit it out. I hope that he is able to get there, and I hope that we do get to see him at the Olympia this year, because honestly, this is what I respect about him, is he competes frequently. He is the definition of a pro. He wins his prize money by winning a bunch of shows, not just winning one and then shutting it down for the Olympia. I like the fact that he's very competitive like this, and that's why he's racked up so many wins, and he's consistent. Now, if we go over to the lineup for the Sheru Classic France, you'll notice that Regan Grimes is not there, so that's why I say that Nathan is likely the favorite to win that show. So you've got Nathan D'Asha, Khalid Al-Kazem, Vitor Boff, Andrea Balzoni, Tim Budashim, Vlad Shiriak, Mike Ciesla, Roman Fritz is going to be back, Mark Joyce, Theo Laguerriere is going to be back at the show in his home country of France, Gianluca De Lorenzo, Andrea Musi, that should be interesting, Dario Palozzi, Leandro Perez, Antonio Valero Tunenberg. So a lot of the top guys that we just saw at the past two shows, the Europa Spain and also at the Italy show, without Regan. So again, that's kind of why I think Nathan is going to be the favorite to win here. And like I said, while I would like to see him at the Olympia, we haven't seen him there in over half a decade. But I hope he is there, although I have a feeling we might not see him there. But something to consider is the Arnold Classic UK coming up right after the Arnold Classic US. Prize money of $150,000 at that show. I have a feeling we're definitely going to see Nathan compete there. It's in his home country. It's a show that he's already won, and it's now got the third highest prize purse in bodybuilding, something that Nathan clearly enjoys taking home, is these prize purses. But that's why I hope to see him at the Olympia. I think Nathan, honestly, out of all the guys that we've seen do these past three shows, even Regan, I think Nathan has the best shot at being in the top 10, and he's already been in the top 10 at the last Olympia he did. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you think Nathan's going to win this upcoming Sheru Classic France, and do you think we're going to see Nathan at the Olympia 2023? Let me know down below. Now, next up in the news, really impressive physique update from Samson Dauda, showing off the conditioning and detail that he has at 6 weeks out from the Olympia. Now, Samson is a guy that's got a lot of hype, a tremendous amount of hype going into the Olympia, especially after his Arnold Classic US victory earlier this year. Now, he posted this update, this most muscular update. This was 3 days ago, next to none other than Michael DeBull, who's a classic physique competitor known for his conditioning. And he looks great next to Michael. Obviously, he looks a lot bigger because he's an open guy, but a lot of detail, really just defined, chiseled physique for Samson, being a guy that's over 300 pounds. Very, very impressive. And now knowing that Rami's not going to be there, Samson could very well be the only guy on stage that could weigh over 300 pounds on stage. And I believe he competed at the Arnold Classic in the 290, so I think he was on stage under 300. But the rapid increase in size and also the rapid improvements, I think we could see a 300 or near 300-pound Samson on the Olympia stage, rather. And he could be the only guy now without Big Rami. He could be the biggest guy. He's certainly one of the taller guys, and certainly in the offseason, I think he is the heaviest guy with the absence of Rami. So in addition to that update, he posted this rear lat spread shot today showing just 2 years of improvements between these two pictures, the other one being from the Arnold Classic UK. And that's what I'm talking about with Samson. Rapid improvements, rapid increase in size, rapid rise to the top. That's why I wouldn't be surprised if we see him move into the top 3 at the Olympia this year that would be a 3-placing increase for him. I mean, look at the difference between these two photos. And one is a stage shot, mind you. And the other one is 6 weeks out, and he looks better, bigger, more defined, more conditioned in the 6 weeks out shot than he did on stage just 2 years ago at a major show. So I think that a lot of the hype that Samson has is justified. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Where do you think Samson will place at the Olympia? And do you think he's got a shot at winning the whole thing? Honestly, looking at some of these updates, I'm starting to believe that it's not that far-fetched that he could. But one of the guys he's going to have to face and beat to get there is Derek Lunsford. And we just got a physique update from Derek showing off his abs. Very impressive. He's got like an 8.5 pack in this picture. And we already know that he's got a crazy small waist. He can hit a vacuum pose. Great V-taper. Actually, great V-taper is an understatement. He's got a fantastic V-taper. Probably the best in the entire open lineup. His waist to lat to shoulder ratio is probably the most insane right now. And this is something I'm going to be looking for from Derek, though, is these really deep details and separations in the abs. Not just the actual abdominal muscles themselves, but the obliques, the serratus, the intercostals, those things that Hadi Chupin really has a crazy amount of detail with. That's what I'd like to see from Derek. I think he's got a prettier physique than Hadi. There's no denying that. I think size-wise, they're pretty comparable. And I really do believe that this past year that Derek has taken off just to focus specifically on open bodybuilding, the Open Olympia, whereas last year he only had about half a year. I think he's going to be even bigger and even just more improved than last year because he's focused on this. This is his goal. Last year, he didn't even know halfway through the year if he was going to be doing open or 212 yet. It wasn't until the Pittsburgh Pro guest posing that he did in May of that year, which is halfway through the year, that he thought about doing open because people were saying how great he looked at the guest posing. And the year was already half over at that point. This year, he's had the entire time, from the Olympia last year to the Olympia this year, to focus on open, to not worry about having to make weight in 212, to focus on growing, improving, adding size, filling out. And I think he's done all those things. What I'm going to be looking for is that detail as well, because that's where Hadi really gets him, especially in the upper body. I think the pecs, the arms, throughout the shoulders, that detail that Hadi has in those front shots, like the most muscular, the front double bicep, the side chest. Derek already takes the back shots, but Hadi, with that upper body conditioning and fullness that Derek kind of lacks in the pecs, that's where I think Derek needs to improve the most. I think the only way that Derek beats Hadi without improving that is if Hadi comes in off, and we pretty much know that's not going to happen. Hadi is one of the most consistent bodybuilders on the planet. He's ripped to the bone every single year he competes. Arguably, the year that he won wasn't his best package. Now, I also wanted to mention the Legion Sports Festival, which is coming up. It's going to be the last qualifying opportunity for the Olympia. We might see Good Vito there. That's pretty much his only option at this point. But a couple guys that are doing the show. Number one, Charles Griffen. He's posted a lot of physique updates lately that have been very impressive. But I saw this side tricep, and I thought I just had to show this in a video because I thought he looked so great here. Just how small his waist looks here is really impressive considering the starting point that he had. You know, when he started training the vacuum pose and really started working on controlling his midsection, it made a tremendous difference to his physique. And his arms look crazy big here. Striations in the shoulders, triceps look great, waist looks small, great side profile for Charles. He's also posted a lot of pretty crazy updates of his back, where his back is just vascular and shredded to the bone. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Charles win that show. I kind of have a iffy feeling about Good Vito, that there's like a possibility he might not be there. But Charles, I think, is looking fantastic, and another guy that's doing that show is Justin Luis Rodriguez, returning to the bodybuilding stage after a pretty substantial break that he gave his physique. But Justin will be back trying to get the Olympia qualification this year. And the update that he posted most recently, and this will be about 2 weeks out, was a most muscular and also a rear lat spread. Looking honestly pretty impressive. But I don't think quite as impressive as packages that we've seen from Justin in the past. To me, his physique still looks a little bit tired to me. He looks a little bit flat here. And he's kind of lacking the wow factor that I feel like he's had at past shows, like especially that last Arnold Classic Ohio that he did. But we'll have to wait and see in 2 weeks at the actual show who comes out on top. But just honestly, I'm not holding my breath thinking that we're going to see good Vito there. I've got a feeling something's going on with him. We might not see him compete. So that's going to wrap it up for the video today, guys. I hope you did, in fact, enjoy it. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, click that bell notification icon, all that good stuff if you have not already. And as always, I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Nick Strength and Power signing out. All right, guys, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe to this channel if you enjoy the content. Also, check out my Instagram at NickStrengthPower. My Facebook page, which is simply Nick Strength and Power. My secondary YouTube channel, Nick Strength and Vlogs, for vlogs and bonus content that you will not see on this channel. And consider subscribing to my third YouTube channel, Nick Strength and Pokemon, which is all things Pokemon and trading card games, completely unrelated to this channel. So if you're into that, give that one a look. And all links to merchandise and social media will be in the description box below. If you guys want a Nick Strength and Power t-shirt, that will be in the Shopify link below. Have a great day.